Next, we're going to deal with the estates. Make sure to give religious diplomats, and a big thing when you're doing the burghers estate or the merchant guilds in this case, do not give them patronage of the arts. When you go bankrupt, you're going to need that for the extra 30 prestige to get you back towards neutral prestige. Just choose whatever agenda is best for you. I'm going to take the two allies here. That should be pretty easy to do, so I'm just going to go ahead and start royal marrying people, and then afterwards we're going to ally them. So I'm just going to do Yucatan here because they will fight Tonak, and they will help us take that land from them. And then I'm just going to do a few other people that are far away from them that I'm sure are not rival to them, so it doesn't make the web of alliances messy or anything. And then I'm just going to go ahead, hire the free company in our capital, and just wait. We're going to wait until December 12th, and we're going to ally our 3 boys down there. And we're going to start our first war against Chichimeca. And then, once we fight Chichimeca, we're going to take Pame, and we're going to vassalize Chichimeca and enforce religion on them to make them Mayan. Afterwards, we're going to fight Guamares, and the reason why we take only Pame from them is the war score will be too much for us to force ourselves to animist by declaring on Guamars. So in this case, my ruler is Column, so if you wanted to stab once before you go bankrupt, feel free. There's really nothing preventing you, and I would do it before you take any land that's not of your religion, so that you have a cheaper stability cost. But you want to save admin to change your capital. That's the first priority. If you have extra, or you think you'll have extra, then you can go ahead and buy 1 stab. Grab a discipline, fort defense, or morale of armies. I would grab morale of armies first if you have them, and then discipline second, and then fort defense third. Next, we're going to declare war on Chichimeca now that we've allied everyone, and we're going to declare with the Mayan Confederation, CP. Boom, there we go. And time to get to war. Make sure to watch out for Otomi if they offer Condentiri. Also, if Chichimeca and Guamars get into a war, then you might just want to restart. The reason being is you would have to enforce religion on yourself through Guamars if you want to do this correctly, and that means you cannot flip the other country to Mayan, which will make them very disloyal after you flip back to Mayan. So you do need them to not be with each other. Go ahead and just take the plus 50 opinion. If you take the 10 prestige, some of your boys may be upset with you and then drop their alliance with you. It happened to me once with Kokomis or whatever. I was very surprised, but just go ahead and take the opinion. 10 prestige is not a big deal. There we go. Boom. Done. Alright, force religion and vassalize them, and then take Pam and their money, and that'll be it. There you go. And boom, this war is done. And we are going to be declaring Guimarães immediately after. So now we should have the Mayan Confederation CB against them on the month tick. And go ahead and declare immediately. This is a mountains fort, so keep that in mind. Alright, so we have just taken this fort. Now, make sure to absolutely pause right after you take the fort. Otherwise, they will unconditionally surrender. And if they do that, you are unable to access the offer tribute menu. Now, you're going to force yourself to flip to animist. And now, we're going to change our capital to our 1 Mayan province. The reason why we haven't changed our capital beforehand was so that this province right here that just flipped to animist, our capital just flipped to animist, is a jungle. and we want the drylands to dev up, and we need our country to be 100% a heretic or heathen religion in order to flip to it. So that is why we wait to flip the capital over until after we have changed our religion. Then it's drylands, and you save so much dev over the long term of deving up that first institution that it's worth those 200 admin. Plus, you're going to go bankrupt anyways, so might as well spend the points. It's a win-win. Alright, and so now I'm just going to dev up a little bit to make my vassal loyal here. I'm just going to spend all the points right before I go bankrupt. I'm not going to have any use for them anyways. And then I'm going to improve relations with them if I can hit the button. There we go. And now we're just going to fast forward. We're going to wait out the bankruptcy. And then we are going to start deving and annexing our vassal after 10 years. So here we go. Yes, as you can see here, we have a reformed religion, we have all the modifiers, we have the colonist bonus, plus we have the ability to now use our burgher estate privilege to get 30% prestige, plus our missions give us an additional 20 prestige for a grand total of 50 from where we started off. Now at this point, you can play as you normally would. Personally, I played the tall game and blazed through my government reforms. And I became a republic so I could farm for mana. As you can see, I'm pretty caught up on tech here. I do have colonialism, renaissance, and feudalism all here, and I have gotten my achievement farmed Maya. However, if you want to play wide, you can conquer the gold from the Aztecs and the Waddle nations here, and then you can unify Central America. I didn't think it was necessary. I wanted to play tall, so I played tall. Portugal declared a war on me once, and then they also called in England, and I fought them off successfully and repelled them, and then I cored up the last provinces I needed, and I got the achievement. Then maybe 20 years later or so, Portugal declared again, and I just quit the game at that point. But yeah, as you can see here, I spent a lot of money repelling the Europeans the first time. And yeah, but you can play wide, you can play tall. I finished this achievement maybe 20 years ago. I even played a wide game where I finished it by 15-17. But it does make playing into the future a lot easier if you have the proper foundation here. As I mentioned earlier, here is my wide campaign. I played this a second time after I found the exploit to see if it was repeatable or not. And so as you can see here, in terms of tech, I'm not nearly as caught up as in my wide game, but it's also some years earlier. I do not have colonialism, and that's going to be a lot of points to spawn, but I did conquer a lot of the gold mines. As you can see, my income is kind of ridiculous, and I'm spending it just as fast as I'm getting it on advisors. So, pros and cons. But yeah, I have completed the achievement here by 15-17, and you can continue to play into the future if you want. In fact, the colonizers have yet to declare on me, although I see Portugal here. A Wangoog. Interesting. Yes. But at any rate, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and have a great day.